beginning, I would like to thank Sir for his online guidance which he provided, especially during the COVID times. Since I had seen so much of failures and I've seen that in my previous two attempts of mains, I was not able to complete my papers on time. In my second attempt, I scored only 223 marks, and this attempt I scored 308 marks. So I know where people lag and what difficulties they have to face.
तो कहीं से भी क्वेश्चंस कभी भी आ जाते हैं तो आप ऐसे किसी टॉपिक को मतलब प्रायोरिटी दे सकते हैं बट इग्नोर कम्प्लीटली किसी टॉपिक को नहीं कर सकते.
Ma'am, I want to ask you regarding my optional, history optional. I want to ask you over the years, आपका base जैसे बना है. I have read all these books you have mentioned. I also had history honors as my like graduation subject. तो आपने टेस्ट सीरीज ओवर द इयर्स कितनी लगाई एंड रीडिंग कैसे लगाई आपने, मुझे स्पेसिफिकली जानना है. एंड कितनी टेस्ट सीरीज लगाई हैं ओवर द ईयर.
मुझे फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में इतना डर लगता था कि यार मेरी टेस्ट सीरीज़ में नंबर ही नहीं आ रहे. फाइनल जो टेस्ट होते हैं, फुल लेंथ टेस्ट होते हैं, उसमें 70-80 मार्क्स ही आते थे.
I have faced a lot of different situations, how to cope up with mental issues, or how to cope up with answer writing, how to increase speed, and many such things. So I would try to discuss all of these in brief.
Okay, dear friends, good afternoon. Actually, I have not come alone. She is just coming, Nosheen, and she will discuss with you about the specific strategy how to prepare the examination. My friends, I am just giving the information. Even earlier, I have had some conversation with you previously whenever I have taken an inauguration lecture for Sampoon prelims. Many of you might have attended the class. The main things are all are students, all are doing the hard work, and the different institutes are giving the training to students. But where does the difference lie? Difference lies in the method of preparation. UPSC is a vast ocean. We are supposed to develop some specific method for the preparation, and I have already given you the information. I have given you the integrated approach. In every subject, one topic should be related to another, and then one segment to other, so that you have to be developed as a thinking creature. Now Nosheen will discuss with you about a strategy. Normally there is a misconception in history is not a marks fetching subject, but she has been scored 308. That is pretty good score, and I think that this is unparalleled if you are going to compare with the many subjects. तो मतलब ऐसा नहीं होता है कि कोई सब्जेक्ट में मार्क्स आते हैं और जाते हैं. सब्जेक्ट्स का जो प्रिपरेशन होता है, how are you going to prepare the subjects, what specific method you have adopted. For example, you can say if you are going through history optional, you need the knowledge of change, not informations. Even in prelims, very unscientific method is for making a study of history. So please send her so that I can make. Kumar, आप बुलाइए उनको. All of you are just coming from ORN or from somewhere else. आप लोगों का क्या है, अभी तक आपने प्रीलिम्स दिया है? Just preparation. Okay, good. And okay, you are just fresher. You can say the plain mind. If you are drawing a line, that will be clearly drawn. मतलब अगर दिमाग फ्री होता है तो चीजों को हम बहुत जल्दी उसको एसिमुलेट करते हैं. So let us have some conversation with each other. Share some your experience in preparation. आप लोग का प्रिपरेशन भी किस स्टेज पर है? Thank you. Did that connect? Okay, my dear friends. Actually, to qualify exam is the one thing, but rank holding is another. If someone is going to occupy the place between 1 and 10th, so that is really commendable, and he or she needs a special praise for that. Noshin has started her journey possibly in 2019, and she has faced a lot of vicissitudes in whole of her journey. Even her story may be inspiring for you people. In quite adverse condition, you have to maintain your patience. And so far, because I'm now from June onwards, I'm just providing in history and general studies both with a specific method, the offline and online classes both that will be available in a study. But initially at that time, previously since the last 6 to 7 years, I used to provide simply online teaching. And she has been associated with me in online. Even previous year, Mr. Abhinav, even he got 304, she has got 308. That is really praiseworthy. So first of all, okay. So first of all, I'll request Mr. Kumar to welcome her with a plant. Then myself, being a teacher, what I can give except a book. इसी पर ये आप लोग कहें तो एक लतीफा बता दो. आप लोग मुस्कुरा नहीं रो रहे हो, कुछ तो बोलो यार. एक लतीफा हिंदी चलेगा. एक कवि जी थे, जब जा रहे थे देखे कुएं में कोई गिर गया है. छपाक की आवाज आई, जाया कुएं से उन्होंने निकाला. बहुत कोशिश करने के बाद तो कुएं से बाहर निकला. उसने कहा कि भाई कभी आपने मेरी जान बचाई, अब जो भी महान है, अब बताइए मैं आपके लिए क्या कर सकता हूँ. उसने कहा कि क्या कर सकते हैं. बैठा रहा. कवि आदमी, मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बस मेरी 2-4 कविताएं हैं, आप सुन लीजिए. कविताएं पूरी हो जाए बस मैं चला जाऊंगा अपने रास्ते आपके घर. उसने एक कविता कही, वो सुना. दूसरी कविता कही, वो सुना. जब तीसरी शुरू करने वाला था तो फिर कुएं में कूदने लगा. कवि जी पूछा क्यों. कहा कि मैं अंदर ठीक था. So being a teacher, once again she has qualified and now she is going to be an IS officer, but still I am giving a duty to go through the book, and that is Dethroned Patel Menon and Integration of Princely India. So thank you.
First of all,
Even she needs some cheer. So I think if
First of all, a very good afternoon to all of you. Before beginning, I would like to thank Sir for his online guidance which he provided, especially during the COVID times. Starting, what is the plan? Do we have to discuss GS or optional?
both.
A brief background about me. This was my fourth attempt, and in my first two attempts, I wrote mains but could not qualify that. In my third attempt, I could not even clear the prelim stage, and in this was the fourth attempt, and I secured rank 9. Thank you. Uh, Brief description about my marks, the range of marks that is scored in these three mains. In my first attempt, I scored around 656 marks, and the general cutoff was around 740 or 50, so 100 marks gap. In my second attempt, I fell down in marks and I scored only 643. So very large dip and large gap between marks scored and the cutoff. In third attempt, as I said, not cleared prelims, and in my fourth attempt, this 863 marks in main. So I have faced a lot of different situations, how to cope up with mental issues, or how to cope up with answer writing, how to increase speed, and many such things. So I would try to discuss all of these in brief. Starting from the essay paper, so my marks distribution in the three attempts were like 125, 89, and this attempt 137. In my this attempt, I would say that I was a bit lucky because just before the exam, I was going through toppers copies and I came across one of the essays by rank 51 Vikram Garewal. He had written an essay on all those who wander are not lost. And when I saw the paper, the question, the first section, it had that same topic. So I think that I was a bit lucky this time, but I don't think that it would repeat again. So for that, I would say for essay paper, I would say ki do previous year questions. What I did was what my strategy was to write 10 pages. In one page, I wrote two paragraphs. So like 10 pages, 20 paragraphs. So how I practiced was that I solved previous year questions 2 to 3 days before the actual exam. So what I used to do was I took one topic and wrote 20 pointers on each of those topics. So like I solved in this way, I solved around 8 to 10 topics like this, and full length I wrote 4 essays. So this was my essay strategy in brief. Other than that, I would also say that go through toppers copies and look up to the examples that they have written. Try to screenshot it and keep it in your notes and try to write those examples in your essay. So it would make a great impact if those examples are very unique or something that is not mentioned in the general sources. Coming to GS1, the history wala section, I had my optional, so that was not a big issue for me. Other than that, geography, I think I'm a bit weak in geography. I know the basics, but when it comes to writing the answers, I face little difficulty. So for that, I went through previous year's questions and also toppers copies. So many of the questions they get repeated. So for example, I think air mass questions it gets repeated, and many of the toppers they have already written those answers. So what I used to do was to take screenshot or to take the whole page and paste it in my own notes.
So for geography, the static wala thing, so I used to make notes topic wise. I used to use notes of previous toppers. For example, AIR1 Shruti Sharma, her Telegram channel has those notes. So I used those notes as well. Other than that, the society section, the basic notes I used for geography, the static that is available on her Telegram channel. And other than that, what I used to do was to make daily newspaper notes. Toppers, for example. So by the end of the year, I had 4 to 5 months notes. So what I used to do was to add those current affairs notes in my base notes. So and when a question used to come, for example, on women issues, so what I used to do, I wrote those current affairs issue firstly in my answers and then continued with other basic things. So this was, I would say, a bit different from what others usually say, that they used coaching compilations and all. So newspapers is the basic things. You have to do it very well. You have, and if you are thorough with the syllabus topics, start making notes of it, and don't make very large notes or something. Just 1 line, 2 line. For example, the present issue of fiscal federalism that is taking place in our country, Kerala's fiscal federalism issue. So you have to write that news in your notes and then add it to your base notes. So that was all for GS1. For GS2, polity section, what I did different this time was to substantiate my base notes with lot of judgments, lot of committee reports that was available in the newspapers, and also some of the compilations that comes at the end of the this, when just before the mains, some of the judgments. But I would say that even before the prelims, I had gone through that notes and have memorized many of those things that I that was there in my notes, and that made a huge difference because there was not much pressure on me on those 3 months because I had already gone through all those notes once before the prelims. So that was the polity section. For governance also, the base notes and the current affairs things. So this is the major framework that I followed in all papers, all across the GS papers. Other than that, for international relations, I would say that only newspapers are more than enough because many of the news that comes, for example, at my time, there was some news about India-Bhutan relations, or when Prime Minister visited. I think I'm not wrong. When Prime Minister visited, or something that whenever the Prime Minister or some higher state officials they visit, तो वो न्यूज़ आती है न्यूज़पेपर में. तो what you have to do is to make notes of that, or just make a screenshot or something and add it in your notes. International relations is basically your current affairs only. Other than that, GS3, first economy section, you can make notes, base notes. Again, I'm saying the same things, and add it from the newspaper notes. For agriculture also, for environment, I used Shruti Sharma's rank 1 notes. For science and technology, I used her notes. Disaster management is something that is not very well covered in many of the current affairs sources. So what I did was I went through previous year question papers and the nature of questions that they ask. I made sure that it is there in my mind how to cover those the disaster management questions, because in GS3 some of the questions they get repeated very often. For example, the wetlands question that was there in the paper of 2023, it was there in 2018 paper also. So it helped me a lot solving previous year questions. For GS3 last any other disaster management, internal security. Yeah, for internal security, again, I went through previous year questions and added newspaper notes. For example, left-wing extremism, some news was there in newspapers that the left-wing extremist districts that are affected, the districts that are affected by left-wing extremism has gone down. This was the report of Ministry of Home Affairs. So I used to code them in my answers. I used to make graphs and ensured the decrease in the number that happened. And I would say for GS3 especially, your data set and that is available from budget and economic survey becomes very important. So for that, I would say that make 10 to 20 pages notes of budget and economic survey very briefly. Try to make graphs as much as possible, because GS3 is a very fluctuating paper, because even I scored only 88 marks. And I think that it depends upon the graphs and the data sets that you use. I was unable to use any graphs in my paper, so that's why I think that I scored low. For GS4, I would say that what I did was I collected 70 to 80 examples from newspapers, from toppers' copies, and also I made sure that whatever examples that everybody writes, for example, Armstrong Palm, we all write that example. So I tried to avoid that. I did not write the examples that are very much common and everybody writes. So that made my answer unique, I would say. I scored 118, which is pretty decent, above average. For GS4, I would also say that try to internalize those values that are mentioned in the paper, because the questions that are being asked are not very, I would say, direct, but you have to use those values that are mentioned in the syllabus. So until and unless you have internalized those values, it would not be possible to for you to write those values in I think only 6 minutes 30 seconds are available for one question. So I would say that try to internalize those things. Other than that, This is all for GS, I think. Yeah. One more thing I would like to add in this. In this attempt of mine, since I had seen so much of failures and I've seen that in my previous two attempts of mains, I was not able to complete my papers on time. So what I did was, in this attempt, I used to take up previous year questions. 3 hours, I used to take one question paper and solve it in 3 hours. So even though I was aware of some of the questions, I used to write like I was solving a question paper. So this was something that has helped me a lot in this attempt. Now coming to optional strategy. Yeah.
Hello. Huh. Actually, you will be given the chance to ask the questions. So have patience, please. And on your behalf, because he's going to now conclude general studies part. So on your behalf, I am putting some questions. The one question is Shruti Sharma. You have quoted her several times. So she has established a benchmark in writing in what way. So earlier there was, suppose in history, so or you are having polity or you are having Indian sociology, whatever subject. So in optional paper generally the books are being quoted. But in general studies paper no one is quoting the book. But she has quoted international relations, economy, polity, everywhere. The latest book which has been just published. Suppose you can say you are dealing with the, you can say foreign policy. You are quoting S. Jaishankar in Bharat Matters. So in this way, even one and two lines, the central idea from the book you people are having, you can quote and that will make an addition of marks. So I'll just, because this general studies, I have simply helped her in history at that time because I entered into the general studies. So on your behalf, I am asking one question to Nausheen. Have you quoted any books, authors, etc. in course of your general studies? Okay. First and second one thing is, many of have just started preparation. You have taken something from here, something from there. You are having the various sources, but it became possible as your foundation is clear, and you might have done the hard work for 1.5 years or whatever maybe for strengthening your foundation first, and then जब पिलर मजबूत होता है तो बच्चे उछल कूद करते हैं इस पिलर से उस पिलर पर और जो फ्रेशर है वो उछल कूद करेंगे उनके हाथ पांव टूट जाएंगे. So I think this would, you can say, strengthen foundation and then the strategy will work. What do you think?
Yes, sir. Foundation, I say, is very important because this was my fourth attempt and I'm struggling for like 5 years. So I know that in initial attempts there are a lot of misconceptions, lot of misguidance that is there. So you have to choose very wisely what people you are following and what sources you are following, and then only again I would like to mention that make your own strategy. Rather than following anybody else's strategy, for example, like me, I am saying that, but don't take it very blindly. Make critical analysis of that. Make critical analysis of other stoppers' speech, and make your own strategy. What works for you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Make that your own.
Okay, thank you. Now, please go on optional paper.
So, starting with the optional paper, so I would like to first tell you the marks distribution because it provides a very clearer picture as to what happened with me. So, in my first mains, I scored 196 marks only out of whatever 300. Yeah, 500. Sorry, 500. Yeah, and in my second attempt, I scored only 223 marks. And this attempt, I scored 308 marks. So I know where people lag and what difficulties they have to face. So starting from the map section, in my earlier attempts, I used to think that we have to do 20 out of 20 correct, then only we will be able to score good marks. But in this attempt, I made sure that whatever sites I know very well, I attempted those. When I came back and I checked my map section, I found that only 14 to 15 questions were correct. And then also I scored 166 marks. It means that map section is not as much important as the theory section. So for map, I would say go through previous year questions from 2013 onwards and make short notes of the sites that are being asked, because you have to write 30 to 40 words in the exam. Make 30 to 40 words description of each and every site. Look up to the sites that are constantly being asked. For example, Adi Chandanur is one site that is asked many years. Burza Home. So these are some of the sites that are being constantly repeated. This was for map. Coming to ancient, for the base, I would say read Upinder Singh if it is comfortable for you. I would say that I had my graduation in history honors only, so I was introduced to the book of Upinder Singh very early in my journey. Although I did not read it from UPSC perspective, but I was aware of the content that is mentioned in the book. So I would say that do selective reading of the book, because the book is very bulky, and if you start to go through page by page, it would be a very much trauma for you to go through that book. So I would say read selectively. For base notes, for base, I would say Upinder Singh. And other than that, I used previous year questions, model answers that are available. I think Sir also provides that. So you can use that, and go through those model answers very well, because in optional paper, this is the advantage that previous year questions get repeated very often. So, for example, nature of Dhamma of Ashoka, it gets repeated. Architecture, temple architecture, it gets repeated. Sangam age, economy and society, it gets repeated. Even in this 2023 question paper, it was there. So you can very well predict what are the nature of the questions that are being asked from a single topic. So even though the syllabus that is there is very lengthy, and if you try to make notes of each and every topic, you will get lost in it. So make sure that the topics that are being asked, you make notes of that only, and revise them very often. For medieval India, I used Satish Chandra as my base book, and we usually ignore NCRT for optional, but I would say that the medieval India book by Satish, it is by Satish Chandra only. So the medieval India NCRT of, I think, class 12th or 11th, the old NCRT, is very useful for even for optional papers, because some of the questions like what was the contribution of Firoz Shah Bahmani, I think, if I'm not wrong, Mahmud Gama, is mentioned in the NCRT only, and it is not very well written in many of the sources that are available. So I would say for medieval, go through NCRTs very well, and then again go through previous year questions, make model answers, and do selective reading. For example, sir, what I have to say is that in both of the papers, paper 1 and paper 2, make one section very strong. For me, in paper 1, it was the ancient section that was my strong point. I attempted 2 questions from that section and only 1 from medieval India. So make one of the sections very strong. For medieval India, some of the questions are in the nature that historiography can be mentioned. For example, in this year's papers, we had nature of Mughal state under Akbar, and I wrote historiography only for that section. For 18th century debate, we have a lot of historiography. So Sir would provide material, whatever historiography is available in many of the sections of the medieval India or ancient India. So don't overemphasize on historiography. Make your selection very wisely as to what section or what questions you have to write historiography in. So this would be in for medieval India. Coming to modern. For modern, I used Shekhar Bandyopadhyay's book as my base material. It has a lot of historiography, and it is a good book, I would say. Um, and other than that, I used, I solved previous year questions. I made model answers of it. I used many model answers that were available in the market. So I used to memorize those answers only, and as in some of the questions, historiography can be very well quoted. For example, this year I think there was question on commercialization of agriculture, and I wrote historiography a lot in that. It was a 10 marker question, but then also I wrote historiography in it. So this was it for modern India. And for modern India, I would also say that some of the sections that are very new, very recent after independence wala section. So you can quote current affairs also in that. So this would be the for modern India. For world, it in paper two, this was my stronger section, world history. For world history, I relied only on previous year questions. I went through previous year questions, made model answers of it, and also some of the topics that, for example, United Nations, or how under what conditions US became the sole superpower. In these questions, there is a lot of scope of adding current affairs. So, for example, in 2023's paper, there was this question as to why is UN not that much successful or something like that. And I wrote present day's example as to why UN is unable to curb the Russia-Ukraine war, Israel-Palestine, or the some of other wars that are taking place in present day situation. So you can use current affairs very well. Other, मैं एक और example देना चाहूँगी इसमें for decolonization of the factors that led to underdevelopment of Africa and South America. They asked, this is there in the syllabus. And what I used to do is to make a map of Africa or make a map of South America, and whatever the current news is there. For example, if Zimbabwe is facing some inflation, we study that in current affairs in many of the magazines of IR. So what I used to do, make a map, point that side that Zimbabwe is facing this inflation, or Somalia has this issue, this country faced a military coup, or this is facing new imperialism. So I made a map and added those sites and what issues they are facing currently. So this made my answer, I would say, a little unique, because we usually think that history is a static subject and there is no scope of adding current affairs. But UPSC provides a scope adding these syllabus topics that can be very well that can include current affairs as well. This would be my major sources. I would say that this is what I covered in my attempts.
So give the mic. Whosoever you just want to ask the question, please, you are welcome. हाँ पीछे सबसे पीछे
Ma'am, can you please share your film strategy?
Films.
Yeah.
I would like to tell my marks distribution. In my first attempt, I scored 106 marks, and the cutoff was around 92. In my second attempt, I scored 87, and the cutoff was 87 only. In third attempt, I couldn't clear prelims because of the CSAT. I scored only 57 marks in CSAT. In my this attempt, I scored 101 marks, and the cutoff was 75. And in CSAT, I scored 80 marks. I'm telling this marks distribution because to make a clear picture as to what was my strength. I would say that prelims has been my strength. I was able to clear it in my first attempt only. So for that, I would say go through your basic books, whatever the sources that are there. For example, for polity, it's Lakshmikant. For history, modern history, it's Spectrum. For ancient and medieval, it's NCRTs. For art and culture, it's fine arts. So these are the basics. These are common, and there is not much difference from one topic to other.
Other than that, I would say go through previous year questions. In this attempt of mine, I solved for GS, I solved 2003 to 2022 paper. For CSAT, I solved 2013 to 2022 paper. And try to make your own strategy as to what is working for you. Some people, they are very good in accuracy, and for others it is a matter of how much they are attempting. So for me it was, if I saw that if I'm attempting 80 to 85 questions, ideally I in this attempt of mine I attempted 82 questions. That was when I scored the best marks, and this would come through test series. So you have to solve test series. In even in the first attempt, I solved around 70 to 80 papers every day before the main prelims exam. I 3 months before the exam. In that attempt, it got delayed also because of the COVID, so I had a lot of time. So I would say go through previous year questions, solve test series, and analyze it very shortly. Don't do over analysis of the test series. Rather, I would say do greater analysis of previous year questions.
Next one. Be fast, please.
Ma'am, how to revise subject?
In prelims or in mains?
Ma'am, mains.
Mains.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
For that, I would say if your notes are very well prepared, it would not be much of an issue to revise it. Ideally, it should you must have been made a single reading before the prelims exam or only. And between prelims and mains, I would say make shorter notes of that fully fledged notes and try to revise them again and again. So for example, for GS2 polity section or GS polity or governance sections, I made very short notes. My original notes was like 100 plus pages, but when my revision notes were like only 20 pages. So it would happen between prelims and mains. But before that, go through your fully fledged notes very well for like 3 to 4 times. For prelims also you asked, right? No, only mains you asked. Okay.
Namaste, sir. Hello, ma'am. I congratulate you for your success,
Thank you.
and I also wish you for your best civil services career.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I analyzed some previous year question of prelims.
जी.
Ma'am, in that thing, ma'am, what I analyzed कि oceanography, climatology और geomorphology से वो कम questions पूछ रहे हैं, rather than वो Indian geography, human and economic geography, place and location से ज़्यादा questions पूछ रहे हैं. Do you think कि हमें इस सब चीज़ों पे ज़्यादा attention देना चाहिए rather than oceanography, climatology, geomorphology?
क्वेश्चंस मैं कहूँगी कि कहीं भी सेक्शन से आ जाते हैं. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ज्योग्राफी, इट वाज द डोमिनेंट सेक्शन फॉर पास्ट 5 to 6 years एंड अगेन इट मेड इट्स अपीयरेंस. पी और एस वेव्स जो पूछ लिए थे, तो कहीं से भी क्वेश्चंस कभी भी आ जाते हैं. तो आप ऐसे किसी टॉपिक को मतलब प्रायोरिटी दे सकते हैं, बट इग्नोर कंप्लीटली किसी टॉपिक को नहीं कर सकते.
Okay. Any source, ma'am, you followed any website for economics?
Economy. I followed Mrunal sir's free lecture notes that is available in online, and I referred budget and economic survey.
Budget and economics.
Economics, sir.
Economics, sir. Okay. Ma'am, my second question is. At the present time, ma'am, I am very uncomfortable with environment and ecology and science and technology. Environment and ecology and science and technology. Okay.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, in science and technology, genetics and biotechnology, space, defense, energy, robotics, computer, and ICT.
Yeah.
Do you think any website will be beneficial for me?
For prelims or for mains?
For prelims.
For
Mainly,
prelims.
yeah.
I did not refer any base notes for science and technology. What I did was only PT 365 that is there in market, and some of the sections, because I have a humanities background, and some of areas were very new to me. For example, black holes and others. So I used to write those topics on YouTube and searched some of the videos. I used to watch them and try to watch short videos that are only for 5 minutes. It would make concepts clearer to you. And other than that, for environment you asked.
Yeah.
For environment, I referred Shankar IAS environment notes, but the problem with that book is that the acts and the policies that are mentioned at the back and the conventions that are mentioned are not chronological. So what I did, I used to make chronology wise notes. 1972 में जो हुआ, फिर 1976 में हुआ, इसका एक chronology बना ली. तो उससे मुझे क्लियर हो गया कि कौन सी चीज़ें पहले आई, कौन सी बाद में आई, किस UNEP किसके साथ कोलैबोरेट करके आगे कन्वेंशंस करा रहा है, UNFCCC कहाँ से आया, इन लोग का कहाँ से ओरिजिन हुआ. तो जो क्रोनोलॉजी बना ली थी उससे मुझे बहुत आसानी हुई थी रिवाइज करने में. और जो इसके लिए करंट अफेयर्स तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एनवायरनमेंट के लिए, रीसेंट कन्वेंशंस जो हो रहे हैं, और इन सब को करने के बाद भी इसको दिल पे नहीं लेना है, क्योंकि इतने अलग से क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं एनवायरनमेंट में जो सुना नहीं होता. तो उस टाइम पे तो आपको अपना इंट्यूशन ही फॉलो करने.
मैम वन मोर क्वेश्चन प्लीज. बहुत सारे कोचिंग में ये
A lot of
बस
people
बस
are
एक सर
waiting, so please.
बहुत सारे कोचिंग में जो है सो क्या कहते हैं वो टॉपिक के अकॉर्डिंग PYQs दिए होते हैं, जिसमें एक मिसलेनियस भी होता है जिससे
जी.
काफी सारे
जी, जी,
क्वेश्चंस
जी.
आ रहे हैं. तो आप थोड़ा सा मिसलेनियस के बारे में.
मैं कोचिंग कंपाइलेशन जो बुक की प्रोवाइड करते हैं उसके बजाय मैं कहूँगी कि जो एक्चुअल पेपर्स है UPSC के डाउनलोड करें आप, क्योंकि उसमें आपको ऐसा कोई सेग्रीगेशन नहीं मिलेगा, तो आप इक्वली हर क्वेश्चन पे ध्यान देंगे. तो मैं कहूँगी कि उन्हीं क्वेश्चन पेपर्स को आप डाउनलोड करें.
ओके थैंक यू.
Hey, Sunu, hello. She's in the line from a long time.
Ma'am, I want to ask you regarding my optional, history optional. I want to ask you over the years, आपका base जैसे बना है, I have read all these books you have mentioned.
Yeah.
I also had history honors as my graduation subject.
Okay.
तो आपने टेस्ट सीरीज ओवर द इयर्स कितनी लगाई एंड रीडिंग कैसे लगाई आपने, मुझे स्पेसिफिकली जानना है. एंड कितनी टेस्ट सीरीज लगाई हैं ओवर द इयर्स?
रीडिंग ऑफ नोट्स और बुक्स?
बोथ. एंड हैव यू मेड योर ओन नोट्स?
Yeah. So after second attempt, I was thorough with the books, basic books. So I revised only in my notes that was there. What other question you asked? I'm so sorry.
मैम जो आपने मॉडल आंसर्स PYQ यूज
Okay.
करा है
हाँ जी.
एंड आपने
तो-
टेस्ट सीरीज कितनी लगाई है
Yeah.
ओवर द इयर्स?
For this attempt, I can say I solved previous year questions more than test series. I solved only one test series paper, and other than that, I solved only previous year questions and went through the model answers and try to see what are my deficiencies, what is there not there in my answers, and I added them besides my notes. So that was the test series.
Just 1 minute. Actually, I just want to intervene in this matter. You people are just asking for the test series. But before going to the test series, try to specify and ensure that the questions are of UPSC standard first. And then the copy is evaluated. So the copy is not being evaluated by a senior student, but rather some expert. Otherwise, it will be a self-defeating factor. अब they will just ask you the question, far-fetched question, which are not having any relations with the UPSC. So whole preparation would be mischannelized. So be careful while going for the test series. Try to find out if the test series is a standard up to mark. And Noshin has given the very practical advice. If you are going through the previous year questions, I'm suggesting you go through previous year questions. Even in traditional question in general studies, you can do the things. If you are going to leave the current part. Because UPSC is having the different standard. This happens even in prelims paper. Very different questions from the UPSC paper. You will find confront in the examination hall. इसको आप प्रैक्टिकली ऐसे समझिए कि जब बिल्ली को घेरा जाता है तो 3 तरफ से रास्ता उसको बंद करके चौथा छोड़ा जाता है, नहीं तो बिल्ली काट लेगी. और जो उसी तरह से यूपीएससी आपको प्रीलिम्स में क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तो 3 साइड से घेर लेते हैं और एक 4th साइड खुला छोड़ते हैं इंटेलेक्चुअल गेस के लिए. और कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट वाले चारों रास्ते घेर देते हैं. या तो आप उसको सॉल्व करोगे करेक्ट या नहीं करेक्ट.
या तो इजी या इतना डिफिकल्ट कि नहीं कर पाओगे, तो यू आर गोइंग टू बी डिप्रेस्ड. गो थ्रू एक्चुअली. हाँ ना.
हेलो मैम. मैम व्हाट वाज योर डेली रूटीन, मतलब पास्ट ईयर से आपने किस प्रोसेस से आपने डेली रूटीन फॉलो करा, और किस डिवीजन में आपने लाइक रिवीजन का टाइम रखा, फिर आंसर राइटिंग का टाइम रखा, तो उसको डिवाइड कैसे करा था मैम आपने?
So it differed for prelims and for mains. I prepared one schedule as to what I have to follow in next 3 months maybe. So for example, I devoted 1 hour daily for newspapers, and then for prelims I used to write test in 9:30 to 11:30 wala slot. Then I revised my basic books. I used to revise it for like 2 to 3 hours. Then for current affairs I gave 2 hours, and in between I used to solve 2:30 to 4:30 CSAT वाला टेस्ट. जैसा आपका एक्चुअल एग्जाम में होने वाला है वैसी ही कंडीशंस में आप रखिए. मैंने कोशिश की कि आई अवॉइडेड स्लीप इन आफ्टरनून because we have to give CSAT paper, and if we feel sleepy in that environment then it would be very difficult to solve questions. That was for prelims. And for main, similar strategy, hour wise, 1 hour newspaper, 3 hours for GS, 3 hours for test, 3 hours for optional. I tried to make contact with all the subjects every day for both GS and optional. So this was my broad schedule. Yes. I faced this in prelims because lot of prelims I have gone through, and again I had to revise those basic books only. So I try to make that innovative. So for example, if I had this reluctance of revising it, so I took questions that are based on that basic books that are based on NCERTs and solved 200 questions, so that I revised all those topics. And if I faced if I thought that the many easy questions are getting wrong, so I went back to basic books only. So that was.
Yes.
Thank you for the insights, ma'am. My question is regarding prelims, because as you said that you were unable to crack your third attempt. So, like, have you initiated a different strategy? Because in the 2023 paper, there was a big change actually. The elimination trick was eliminated actually.
Yeah.
So, what was the situation in the examination hall? So, what was that? And also, one thing more I want to ask, that have you referred to India yearbook? Because I was going through that book, and I found it is very important. Like, that book is like a gem. So have you referred to it, and what was the situation then?
I did not refer to that India yearbook. The changes that you are asking about, what changes I made. So what I realized is that CSAT is becoming make or break things. Even in this attempt, you can see the cutoff. It is only 75 for paper 1. And CSAT that has made or break things. So I was, and even in my third attempt, I failed in CSAT. So I was very sure कि इस बार CSAT तो की वजह से तो कम से कम नहीं रुकना चाहिए. तो CSAT के लिए मैंने इस बार क्या strategy बनाई? I solved reading comprehension first, and then went through logical reasoning and mathematics section. So it was my luck only that reading comprehension was easier this time than the previous years, and I was able to solve reading comprehension in around 45 minutes. And then I searched for very easy maths questions that I can solve. So फिर उसके बाद maths किया, फिर logical reasoning की. ऐसे करते करते 46 questions कुछ किए थे वो. और पेपर 1 में मैं कहूँगी कि प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस बहुत हेल्प करते हैं, क्योंकि 2022 में जैसे मंगोलियन इन्वेजन का क्वेश्चन था वो 23 में आई थिंक रिपीट हुआ, या 21 का 22 में रिपीट हुआ, ऐसे कुछ हुआ. तो बहुत रिपीटेशंस होते हैं क्वेश्चंस के. तो प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन टाइम फ्रेम में एनालाइज करके बहुत अच्छे से करना है. CSAT में भी मैं कहूँगी रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में कुछ कुछ जगह पे आप देख सकते हैं, कुछ अपनी खुद की स्ट्रैटेजी बना सकते हैं. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल किसी ऑप्शन में अगर सेंट्रल स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एक्सप्लिसिटली मेंशन कर देते तो यूजुअली आंसर वो गलत, वो ऑप्शन गलत होता है. तो दिस इज़ वन ऑफ देम आई मेड. मतलब कुछ ऐसे मैंने 7-8 बनाए थे अपने मन से कि कैसे करने हैं अपने दोस्तों के साथ मिलके। तो ऐसा आप खुद एनालाइज करेंगे प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन, खुद का बना लीजिए कि कैसे आपको टैकल करना है वो चीज़। बाकी मैं कहूँगी कि मार्केट में आजकल बहुत सारे ट्रिक्स वगैरह आते हैं कि इससे ऐसे सॉल्व कर दे, उसके पीछे तो अब बिल्कुल नहीं रहना है क्योंकि पूरा पैटर्न ही चेंज कर दिया। बाकी मुझे लगता है कि बेसिक्स अगर आपके क्लियर है तो आराम से कट ऑफ क्लियर हो जाएगा, क्योंकि इस बार भी जब मैंने पेपर खोला तो मेरा जो फर्स्ट सेक्शन था वो हिस्ट्री का था और बेसिक क्वेश्चंस थे वो आराम से हो जा रहे थे। मुझे लगा आसान पेपर है, बाद में पता चला कि कितना टफ था। तो फिर ऐसे बेसिक्स जब बेसिक्स हो जाएंगे तो आपको आराम से हो जाएगा।
And one thing more, like for the current affairs, you just refer to PT 365 or?
Yeah, and basic books. For current affairs only PT 365.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
First of all, congratulations, ma'am,
Thank you.
for securing one-digit rank. And second, you said you have strength in prelims.
Yeah.
At the same time, somehow you did not make it in the third attempt. But at the same time, this is my third attempt, and when you are not able to score that much good marks in means test series of
Yeah,
coaching
yeah.
institutes,
Yeah.
and it's very easy to tackle with the PYQs.
Yes.
How can I handle my mental pressure? Because you said this was your strength,
Yeah.
तो होप सो आप इससे नहीं गुजरी होंगी, लेकिन यदि गुजरी हैं तो उससे कैसे गुजरना है, या हाउ टू टैकल विद दिस काइंड ऑफ mental pressure, because in this entire discussion this part was
Yes.
missing.
Yeah.
So please.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू मेंशन दैट ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं नहीं गुजरी हूँ। मुझे फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में इतना डर लगता था कि यार मेरी टेस्ट सीरीज में नंबर ही नहीं आ रहे, फाइनल जो टेस्ट होते हैं फुल लेंथ टेस्ट होते हैं उसमें 70-80 मार्क्स ही आते थे। तो इवन दिस अटेम्प्ट मेरा चौथा अटेम्प्ट, अभी तक तो मुझे क्वेश्चंस याद हो जाने चाहिए, तब भी मेरे कुछ ऐसे 85-90 आ पाते थे लास्ट के टेस्ट में। मैं कहूँगी कि उसका कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है, आप प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस करिए, उसकी स्ट्रैटेजी बनाइए, आपके आराम से स्कोर आएंगे। फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में भी मेरे 106 थे, तो मैं कहूँगी कि टेस्ट सीरीज़ के मार्क्स का कभी कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता उसमें।
Thank you, ma'am.
Was I able to answer your question? Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
What would be a strategy after class 12 for qualify UPSC? And as a humanity student, our background is humanity, and how to prepare after class 12?
Yeah.
Means that class 12 के बाद humanity के साथ को ऐसे UPSC की तैयारी करना चाहिए, कुछ strategy?
Yeah. First of all, I would like to mention that don't bother about these competitive exams in the graduation stage only, because even for me, I started preparing in the last month of the last semester. So that was when I decided to go for this exam. Before that, I did not know what are the stages, what basic books that we have to refer. So I would say go through, do your graduation very well, because whatever your subject is in your graduation, I think, what is it?
Ma'am, history.
History only. So,
And my answer is history is optional.
okay, you will take history as your optional. Okay. So do graduation in history very well, because this would make you familiar with the topics that would appear in the mains syllabus.
Yes, ma'am, some topic.
Yeah. So do that topics very well, because, and also don't bother about UPSC exams in so early stages of your life, because you need a very good personality development, and that happens in the college only. So I would say enjoy your graduation days, and after that start preparing if you are willing to come to this exam.
Ma'am, in graduation journey, when I joined coaching in which year, मैम ग्रेजुएशन 4 साल तो हमें इस ईयर में हमको कोचिंग ज्वाइन कर लेना चाहिए, जैसे पार्ट 1 या पार्ट 2 या पार्ट 3, when I join coaching.
In graduation?
Yeah.
I don't support coaching in graduation. I would say if you want to join coaching, do it after graduation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Very first time see this try, please.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So, ma'am, my question to you is that I passed my class 12th last year. So, now. And I also joined a coaching institute. So, in the initial stage when I joined, so I was like, कि अब तो यूपीएससी निकाल ही देना है, ऑल इंडिया रैंक बन तो आके रहेगी, बट एट अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम द मोटिवेशन लेवल इज डिक्रीजिंग. So, how to tackle that situation?
Class 12, you are in graduation or graduation first year? I would say don't be over ambitious about this exam, because be very practical at securing ranks or something, because we are seeing these days that it is getting glamorized a lot. So many of the students, they are changing their paths and joining this exam, but make sure that again I would say make sure that you do your graduation very well. Then for demotivation part, I would say that you have to cover a long journey, so try to keep your energy within you and enjoy यार. अभी तो enjoy करो.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My question is related to history only, since you had a strong holding on the subject because of your graduation and your keen interest. Would you be able to suggest some strategy for the students who are, let's say, coming from a technical background, more specifically, like I have done my BTech, and history has always been a subject that I've been running from since class 8th itself. I'll be very honest on that. So what should be the strategy in order to counter this subject, because it's a major one to cover?
So for GS or for optional?
Both.
Okay, you are deciding to take. You have decided to take history as your optional.
No, ma'am. To counter as
thinking-
in general.
Okay. I would say go through NCERTs first of 11th and 12th, because they are very interesting books and it would generate a lot of interest in the subject. I think आपके लिए interesting नहीं हो?
They're okay.
नहीं है. मुझे लगता है कि पहली बार में उतनी इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं लगती है, बट एक दो बार पढ़ेंगे ना तो थोड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग
Have
लगेगी.
you gone through NCERT book?
Yes, sir.
Have you not inculcated interest?
So it's like I'm studying because I have to study.
आई वुड से कि आसपास के लोगों से कनेक्ट करो, कि ट्राई टू लिंक इट विथ योर हिस्ट्री नॉलेज. जो आप पढ़ रहे हो ना, वो आसपास की चीज़ों से कनेक्ट करो. कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ़ यू आर सीइंग, I was there in Gorakhpur and I used to see Durga Puja and the goddess sculpture. I used to, and I read it in NCERT or somewhere in my history option. So I used to connect those. So it made it very interesting for me. Also, I used to see ethnicities around me that are mentioned in the NCERT books. So it would make a very interesting. It would make history very interesting for you.
Okay, ma'am.
Also architecture, visit historical places. Whatever you study in architecture वाला thing, you will see it in live. तो इन सबसे interest आएगा.
All right, ma'am. And second half of the question was related to the strategy you mentioned for the current affairs. Like you referred to newspapers and you
Yeah.
prepared certain notes.
Yeah.
However, this statement seems to be, quite contradicting with multiple people because of multiple experiences.
Yeah.
That note preparation for the newspaper is something that is not very efficient in nature. So, what should be the final take on this?
Since this was my 4th attempt, so I had gone through the syllabus very well before this attempt. So I knew that what portions I have to write from the newspaper in my notes. So I did not make very heavy notes that are very difficult to revise. I wrote only 2 to 3 lines that are relevant for the current affairs वाला thing. So I would say कि ये strategy आप पे depend करेगी, आप किस level of preparation पे हैं, किस stage of preparation पे. तो मैं कहूँगी अगर एक बार आपका सिलेबस हो गया एंड इफ यू आर वेरी वेल अवेयर ऑफ व्हाट सिलेबस टॉपिक्स आर देयर, यू कैन मेक न्यूज़पेपर नोट्स और यू कैन गो विद, ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन गो विद कोचिंग compilations.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and congratulations. I just wanted to ask of how did you not quit? Because as much as there are success we see, there are failures, and especially after an age like 20 to 23, we feel like earning. We see our peers doing all sorts of jobs. They're having a life where we are not. So I just wanted to know how did you like keep how did you wade through this 4-5 years of struggle, and how did you not quit so that you're here today?
For that, I would say your first priority should be your mental health, because after my second mains failure and third prelims failure, I had developed some anxiety issues, and it was my peer group that helped me come out of it. And for not quitting thing, I would say keep a B plan. For if you're preparing very seriously for UPSC, state PCS would come as a very natural option for you. I had decided that I would appear in state PCS as well. In this attempt, I wrote UP PCS mains. I appeared for interview as well. So keep a B plan. It would make you very. It would provide a little security, I would say. And for others, other thing that you mentioned, that your peer groups are doing very well. For that, I closed all my social media accounts, because I know how it feels seeing your people that have studied along with you in classrooms have gone in private sector and earning a lot of, when they have such a huge lifestyle. So try to avoid those things and avoid watching that.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Congratulations, first of all. Ma'am, as regards optional, what changes did you incorporate in this attempt that gave you a quantum jump of marks? Did you change the pattern of writing answers? And also, ma'am, did you incorporate writing, practicing maps, the questions that was changed this year? And also the diagrams that you draw, did you draw diagrams in answers as well? Okay. And as regards PYQs, which specific PYQs did you refer, and did you make short notes out of it?
Yeah. One by one. First क्या था?
First was regarding, did you change the pattern of writing answers in this
Changing
attempt?
the pattern of, the one major change that I made in this attempt was completion of the papers, because in my previous attempts I was not able to complete the papers. I used to write only 1.5 pages in the last answers. So what I did was practice completing the paper very well, and also made sure that if the question is of 20 marker and you have to write 4 pages, so I completed all the 4 pages. Yeah, and I revised historiography very well, that if a question is there, then there's a scope of writing historiography. I wrote them very well in the answers. This is the major change, I would say. Second, what was the second question? Diagrams. Yeah, there's some scope of making diagrams in ancient. For example, architecture, architecture wala question tha is baar ki what is how compare early medieval with Gupta? I think this was the question. I made early medieval temple architecture in my answer. Third question. Yeah. Yeah, I did not. Yes, as I said that in this attempt I made sure that I do not overemphasize on mapping section. I did only 14-15 questions correct, and that was because I had those the sites that are being constantly asked. I was very thorough with them, so I was able to write the answers well. That the questions that are knowing, I made sure that it is not getting wrong. Fourth question. Yeah, if I could mention that, cell study history. Yeah. Yeah, I made short notes out of it. Yeah.
Just 1 minute. My suggestion is, actually you are going through, in fact, the question practice, and we are talking about she has just advised you on histography. Without historiography, you cannot understand question in mains paper in history optional, because every question is having implied historiography. And sometimes it is visible, sometimes it is not visible. So that should be the part and parcel. And second one is talking about the practice work, so that is must. And about the diagram, I will give the suggestion that diagram not for diagram's sake. And sometimes the students are simply drawing diagram. For example, I am sharing some experience with you. One of my students has just informed me enthusiastically, sir, I have to write a question on French evolution. So I have done a great job. What? So I have just drawn the map of Europe and plotted France there. I have told कि तुम एग्जामिनर को झुंझुना सुना रहे थे क्या? एग्जामिनर उल्टा इरिटेट कर जाएगा. Don't make such a diagram. Diagram should be meaningful. She has told architecture. For example, you know, yes, Nagra style, Darvira style, and mention about the part. This is Mandapa. This is Shikhara. This is Vimana. So that is meaningful. Okay. And in political history, map of India, South India, Chola Empire, whatever may be. That will be useful. Okay. Move.
कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस मैम.
Thank you.
मैम जैसे हम लोग को आंसर राइटिंग स्टार्ट करना है तो कब कर सकते हैं? मतलब कि जैसे नेक्स्ट ईयर अटेम्प्ट देना है तो कितने टाइम पहले आंसर राइटिंग आपने स्टार्ट की थी फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में, एंड आपने अपने को जैसे मोटिवेट कैसे किया 3 अटेम्प्ट फेल्ड अटेम्प्ट के बाद 4th में आपने क्वालिफाई किया, इतनी अच्छी रैंक सिक्योर की, तो आपको कौन चीज़ आपको कीप गोइंग करने लगे कि नहीं मेरे को करना यही करना है? मतलब मेन मोटिव बिहाइंड इट क्या था? थैंक यू.
आंसर राइटिंग मैंने फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में शायद सिर्फ 2-3 महीने की थी, बट मैं कहूँगी उस टाइम में मुझे उतना अच्छा आइडिया नहीं था कि कैसे एक अच्छा आंसर क्या होता है, व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स वी हैव टू इंक्लूड इन अ गुड आंसर. सो आई वुड से कि आंसर राइटिंग आप कभी भी शुरू करें, मेक श्योर दैट यू हैव अ गुड गाइडेंस फॉर इट, that you know what to write and what to avoid, and what examples you have to include, because these days examples are getting very much popular in answers, and it is fetching a lot of marks. So I would say that. And other than that, what made me go through all those failures, I would say that my peer group at Jamia RCA, they pushed me all along these depressing years that I went through. Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah.
गुड आफ्टरनून सर. गुड आफ्टरनून मैम. मैम प्रिसाइज आंसर राइटिंग कैसे करें?
Precise answer.
Yes ma'am, precise answer writing.
Okay, as I mentioned.
In 6 minutes we have to complete all the answers. Like
Okay. That. For 10 marker we have 7 minutes, and for 15 marker we have 11 minutes. So divide your time accordingly. एक answer पे आप you have to give 7 minutes, and devise some strategy that allows you to complete that paper in time. For me, it was use of diagram. I used diagrams a lot. Schematics, we say. Schematics I used a lot so that I was able to complete the paper on time. So devise your own strategy for it.
Just sorry for intervention. Have you done the précis writing in your life? No. That is essential. You can do the precise writing. Whenever I have to introduce the basic foundation course, so there I have to deal first ki how to read, what should be the method of reading. Suppose you can say you are going through the NCERT book, but something is not visible there. What is the central idea? What is the subsidiary idea? What are the examples? Then comes the turn of how to write. And then comes the turn of how to do the precise writing. I mean, précis, you can say that there was some time the précis, so there is example, one of my teachers had given the example, I have gone somewhere to examine the copy, तो उसमें लिखा हुआ था कि भाई जवाहरलाल नेहरू का जन्म इतनी ईस्वी में हुआ था और इतनी ईस्वी में उन्होंने मैट्रिक की परीक्षा पास की. तो बच्चे ने précis लिखा कि जवाहरलाल नेहरू का जन्म इतनी ईस्वी में मैट्रिक की परीक्षा पास करने के बाद हुआ. So that was the précis, you know. So whenever you are doing precise, so be careful. You are not throwing away the central idea. You are not distorting the central idea. That is important thing. So to write something in 150 words and within the stipulated time, it is really a challenge. And you need rigorous practice or strong guidance. Okay, you can move on.
लास्ट में वो पहले भी पूछ रहे थे.
वो पीछे हैं उनको पीछे.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a few questions. First of all, ma'am, how to churn content for current affairs for prelims from newspapers? Because I've been reading newspapers since a long time, and I've only found mains perspective current affairs. Okay. So I'm not able to find what kind of content should I make notes for prelims especially? So, ma'am, how did you do that?
For prelims, you don't have to make notes for any of the sections. I did not make any notes for prelims specifically. I made newspaper notes for mains only. Newspaper would help you in deciding what topics you have to cover, because at the end of just before the prelims, you will have a lot of compilations, and you have to choose what topics you have to read and what to avoid. And for that, newspaper would come to your rescue. It would kind of guide you as to what topics was there in the news continuously, and what topics you have to cover, what map sites you have to look into, for which places in news, which places were in news. So newspaper would help in this way in prelims.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
For example, this Article 39B of Directive Principles of State Policy, which was in news owing to the inheritance tax debate that was going on. Ma'am, another question, as Sir mentioned right now, most of the aspirants, I believe, read the same books like NCERT, Spectrum, Lakshmikant, but only a few are able to clear prelims. So I just wanted to ask, ma'am, how to read between the lines? Because as my fellow engineering mate, he said that he started reading history. He didn't find that interesting. Even same went for me. When I started reading history, I found it very interesting. But when I started solving questions, especially mock tests, specifically for NCERT test, I was not able to solve those questions.
Yeah.
And then the interest died down. And then again, when I read in current affairs, that importance of Chola dynasty in conservation of water, especially in Bangalore, how they built catchments and how the slate and sludge management was done to preserve water. So then again, the interest gets evoked. So ma'am, I just wanted to ask that how to read between the lines and how to keep that interest consistent till the exam.
NCERTs, I would say that the most special thing about NCERT is that as many times you go through the same content, you will find something new in it.
Exactly, ma'am.
Yeah. So if this is the case, if you are finding this, that you are coming across new things in each and every reading, so you naturally have to go through for like 4 to 5 times.
Multiple revisions.
And for the test series wala thing that you mentioned, I would say that the basic NCERT based questions, make sure that उसमें आपका बहुत अच्छा स्कोर रह रहा है, जो बेसिक NCERT बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस हैं. कुछ क्वेश्चंस बहुत अलग से आएंगे टेस्ट सीरीज में. सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चन वुड बी वेरी यूनिक. लर्न फ्रॉम देम, but don't
ma'am, one of the previous year questions came that which is one of the sites of Indus Valley civilization.
Yeah.
So I had read like 8 to 10 sites, but I wasn't able to differentiate, okay, which one was of the sites. Lothal, Kotwal, a lot of written sites. So I was not able to, I was confused between two options. So ma'am, how do then after that I realized that it was in current affairs for one, an article.
I think.
Huh? Dholavira, exactly.
Yeah.
So ma'am, do we have to also be in tandem with current affairs while reading history?
Yes, the newspapers is I would say is the best source. Other than that, the coaching compilations of history is not that important. उतना ज़्यादा उसमें वो पढ़ना नहीं होता है, वो questions नहीं आते, basics ही आते हैं. पर मैं कहूँगी कि NCERTs you have to go through it very well, because some of the etymology it gets repeated. For example, even in this year's paper there was something about Sangam age वाला question, उसमें last में काल लिखा हुआ था, कि heroism होता है वहाँ पे, ये हमें NCERT से पता चलता है संगम एज में. तो वो आराम से हम आंसर डिड्यूस कर सकते थे उसका. तो this is the benefit of reading NCERT.
Thank you.
Just 1 minute. Are you asking about the optional paper or general studies part of history? General studies part.
General studies, sir.
Okay. Actually, here I am just inviting all of you, whole ORN, who are suffering from the chronic problem in history. Give me the, you can say, chance to serve you for 2 days. In 2 days, I'll remove your basic problem in history. History is the most interesting subject, mother of all subjects, and this is the most mishandled subject. And in ORN में क्या होता है कि ऊपर ही ऊपर फ्लाइट उड़ाते हैं, एरोड्रम बनाते ही नहीं, फ्लाइट उड़ता रहता है ऊपर. जब बेस से पकड़ के जब चेंज समझ जाओगे हिस्ट्री का, it will remove all the challenges. So I will invite, just wait for me. Someday you will find that 2 days open lecture by Manikant Singh in history. In whole ORN students are just invited. You people are requested to participate in that. And I am just waiting your problem would be solved. Otherwise, you will just call me a liar. Okay. Sorry for intervention. Move on.
Thank you, sir.
अच्छा, आप थोड़ा सा टाइम ओवर हो गया क्या? एक कौन है? आप अभी आगे बैठे हुए अभी तक बचे हुए थे. ये चिराग तले अंधेरा वाली बात हो गई. दो इनको.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, as you mentioned, your essay score, it's pretty decent, ma'am. It's a very, very well. Ma'am, I have given this year mains also. So during the test series, I have scored 120 plus score of 113 essays.
Yeah.
But in the main, I have scored only 80,
Okay.
80 to 81 score.
Yeah.
So how to, ma'am, like, I know I have written the good content, but
Yeah.
I'm still not able to score good in mains answer.
Yeah.
So how can I can?
Whatever limited knowledge I have for the scores, I think that understanding the question is very important. So, for example, in my second attempt, I think I misunderstood the question and I scored only 89 marks in essay. So, I would say that I think this would be a problem if the question is not being understood very well. Other than that, writing matters. How well you are writing, how good your writing is, that would also increase your score. Other than that, good examples, I would say, practicing a lot of tests, and don't rely on test series scores, because I was scoring very low in test series essay papers, around 101 or 102 marks, and they are not very good indicator of how you are going to perform in the essay main exam. So take it with a pinch of salt. If they are awarding you very well, then just make a critical analysis of yourself, how good you are making, how good you are doing. This would be my suggestion.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
My question to you is, for this time, what did you do for your value addition in your answer to get extra edge? Like, you got very good marks, and along with that, my question is to you is, you also prepared notes for economic survey and budget. Like, what did you include in your notes? Like, only data or some other things as well?
Yeah. First question, what was the first question?
For value addition to get extra
Value
edge.
addition, it was newspaper notes, I would say. Other than that, judgments, committee reports, some of the maps. For example, I drawed in due in internal security wala section. Second, what was the second question?
Notes of economic survey and budget.
Notes of economic survey and budget. I made small diagrams, small graph based diagrams. For example, economic survey mentioned that we have increased our health budget from, if I'm not wrong, from 1.9% of GDP to 2.1%. This was mentioned in economic survey. So I made small notes of that. So apart from data, only data only. Yeah, this was I think this was a question. Yeah, I made data notes only.
And plus, ma'am, can you share your interview experience and insights from your preparation?
Yeah, in my interview score is 182. I would say average score, above average. Most for a history optional student, this is the advantage that most of the questions in the interview are from optional only. So for my interview, it was on optional only, but it was more of situational questions as to what is my opinion based questions as to what is my favorite period of history and why, what major event I think is that changed the face of history in modern Indian history. And these were some of the questions. One unique question was that which two events I would like to reverse if I were given a time machine. So yeah, these were the questions.
हेलो मैम. मैम इन्वायरमेंट और साइंस टेक का क्या स्ट्रेटेजी रहा आपका?
इन्होंने शायद पूछा था अभी, आपने पूछा था इन्वायरमेंट, सेम था करंट अफेयर्स PT 365 एंड इन ये करंट न्यूज़पेपर नोट्स.